Welcome back to Across Louisiana. You know, World War II was a pivotal time in our nation's history, and there's a celebration going on right here in the Baton Rouge area to honor that legacy. And here to tell us all about it is Robert Reynolds. Welcome to the show, Robert.
Thank you, Alice. How you doing?
I've had the pleasure of attending this event before. It's amazing. It's the William W. Perkins Memorial World War II Weekend. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, well, the weekend is a weekend to honor the men and women that served during World War II. My wife and I had the idea to do this about 2 years ago. Last year was our first year to have the event. And so what we do is we bring in reenactors from across the South, from about 7 different states. They reenact Axis and Allies. They bring in all original equipment. And so we put on a battle reenactment and other activities. And it's just, like I said, an opportunity to honor those men and women.
It's such an impressive sight to see all of the reenactors with, I mean, all that gear, equipment, vehicles, everything is just period perfect, and they really go the extra mile to make it as authentic of an experience as possible, right?
Yes. Like I said, the majority of it, I mean, some of it's reproduction, some of the equipment, but even the reproduction equipment is to the, specs of the original equipment, but the majority of the equipment that's out there is original. I mean, these guys really want to make sure that it is as authentic as possible.
Absolutely, and I mean, you could go out there and see the battle reenactments and really get a feel of what it must have been like.
Yes. Through well, we have the encampments. When you came last year, you've seen the encampments. The encampments have the radios, or even the outdoor cooking gear. A lot of the guys will do demonstrations of how they would have cooked in the field, just to give you that feeling of what it was like to actually be there.
I was really struck by the passion of the reenactors there, and the reverence really that they have for this country and the sacrifice that it made in that. It was really an impressive experience. I mean, tell me a little bit about why it's so important that we honor that generation.
Well, I think more than anything, we're losing them at about 700 a day. So once that generation passes, their stories pass. So I think the reason myself and the individuals that reenact with us, we have a passion for it because we want to make sure that people remember these stories, but also remember that that generation stood up against tyranny and stopped it.
Obviously, this country wouldn't be the same without them. It's obviously a very impressive thing to see, just the scale of it. I think I was surprised to see how large of an area that it was that was filled with these reenactors, and I'm sure it's only growing.
Yeah, it's growing. This year we're actually bringing in what's called an M36. It's a 1944 M36 Jackson tank destroyer. So it's a tank, but it was made to destroy tanks. It has a 90mm cannon on it, so it will participate in the battle. And we have a different scenario this year. As far as last year, we didn't have fortifications is what I'm thinking of, but defensive positions. And this year we will, whereas we'll have an objective, and the battle will last much longer than it did last year.
Obviously, this is a great event to take kids to so that they can get a sense of the history and learn something. And there's really something for everyone there in terms of just entertainment, right?
Yes, the battle reenactment is the main attraction, but there will be World War II veterans there that you can sit down and listen to their stories. There's going to be food vendors. Chick-fil-A is bringing out their children's activities. I don't know exactly what it entails, but I've already secured that. They're going to have the cow out there.
Fantastic.
And so they'll have activities for children.
Real quickly, just a few seconds left. Tell the folks where they can go to find out more about the weekend and take part.
Okay, you can go to www.WW2, it will be the number 2, not the Roman numeral 2, memorialweekend.com. So www.memorialweekend.com.
Robert, thanks so much for coming on and telling us all about it and for all you do.
Thank you.
When we come back on Across Louisiana, find out how you can walk a mile to save a child. Don't miss it.